Hello, everybody. Good afternoon, everybody. We are back. Are you going to do the intro again later, or am I going to do the intro?
No, I'll let you do it. We'll take it in turns. You did this. I did it this morning.
Let's do an intro off, because I've done one of these before. We'll do an intro off.
No, because I'll do it first. You win.
Yeah, no, you win. You win. Okay, I'll do it first, and then you have a go. Okay. All right. So, ahoy, everybody. Okay. Ahoy, everyone. Welcome to another episode of TTG's VV Fest. You're joining us on day 2, session 2. This is called Cocktail Days, where we are going to explore what it means, or what bar tab means. We're going to explore why we don't do drinks packages, and we're going to be joined by some incredible guests from our fantastic partners, Cocktail Cartel.
Yeah, exciting.
Right, okay. Now you go.
I think yours was good enough. I think, we don't spoil the magic. I think yours was amazing.
A cop out, absolute cop out. But yeah, ahoy, everybody. Welcome here. So please drop us an ahoy in the chat. We'd love to hear you, love to see from you, hear what you've been up to for the day. Hopefully you've got your kits. If you haven't got your kits, if you didn't register in time, you didn't get your kits, but you've ran out to Sainsbury's, Morrison's, Walmart, wherever you are in the world, and you bought the ingredients, amazing, good stuff. Likewise, if you're not really into drinks and you just want to come and look at some pretty faces, because the Cocktail Cartel guys, they're pretty dreamy. So I'll tell you what, if you're here just to tune in for that, you're in. You're in a good place.
Step aside, Luke. That's what I say. Everybody's going crazy over Luke.
I'm not going to lie. I'm pretty intimidated by them both. Like, geez, these guys are awesome. I want them to instantly be my friend. But yeah, hello, everyone.
Good vibes. No kit or anything, but here for the good vibes.
That's what we like, Ollie. What we like. Good stuff. And Alison says, got my gin. But yeah, some of you noticed I'm in a new location. This isn't my bedroom. This isn't my kitchen. This isn't my hallway. I'm actually in an undisclosed location.
Student accommodation today.
This is actually bedroom 3. Sorry, yeah, I'm in bedroom 3 of my 8-bedroom mansion. So yes, good stuff. Yeah, brilliant, good stuff. So you got the kit as well. So yeah, good stuff. So we're going to be running through. We've got a couple of things we want to talk to you about our bar tab and our drinks propositions on board. And then what we want to do is we're going to introduce our good friends Hector and Manny over from Cocktail Cartel as well. They're going to take us through some incredible cocktails. And as always, guys, if you've got any questions, drop them in the chat. We'd love to hear from you. And should we crack on, Layla?
Should we go for the exciting stuff?
Oh, also, don't forget, we've got, have we got a poll on this one? I think we've got a poll on this one as well. No, we don't have a poll on this. I'm looking at my producer. We don't have a poll on this one. So we'll move on. We'll move on for this. Don't forget, okay, everybody, let's move on. This is the cornerstone of the product that we offer on board, our always included luxury. We went through it this morning. We went through it yesterday. We'll go through it again. Layla, tell you what, always included luxury. We've got
Wi-Fi.
We've got
dining at 20+ eateries.
We've got
essential drinks.
We've got
shows and entertainment.
We've got
group fitness classes.
We've got
tips.
What?
Tips.
All right. Okay. Don't know what you said.
Well, by the end of this week, everybody is going to be reeling these off, and I always pump this into everyone that this is so important to go through with your customers, with your sailors, and the value for money is absolutely incredible. This is what you guys need to be talking about, so we're going to say it every time.
Yeah, and that's tips with a P, guys, with a P. Yeah. That's it. Natasha, I let my boss know that Luke says I can drink on the job for now in solidarity with VV. Absolutely. It's a little revolution. I like it. There we go. Well, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. It's 4 o'clock anyway. Holly says, just picked up my son from school and helping on his school trips and now set for a cocktail in hand. I love your style, Holly. That's it. I mean, I'll tell you what, if you were on the school trip and you were cracking out a gin, no one would blame you. It's 30-odd kids. Probably a lot of stress. You might need it. Emma says you should be testing us at this point. Well, maybe we will, Emma.
Yeah,
maybe tomorrow. Maybe we will test you. That's it. And then Anna says, oh. Almost. It's ahoy, Anna. You're doing well there.
Nearly there.
Nearly there.
Anna's had a cocktail a little bit too early.
And Emma says pips.
Tips.
Yeah, I mean, Yeah, you're almost there with the joke, but we'll try it again tomorrow, Emma. So right, reasons to raise your glass. Okay, so with us, right, remember we're adult only by design. So adult from the ground up, it means we're able to be flexible and adaptable with all the different spaces which we can provide on board the ships. It means we're able to provide obviously a flexibility in terms of entertainment. We can offer hammocks in balconies. We can offer more restaurants on board. We can also not compromise on quality and offer more bars on board, right? And knowing the trade, okay, you guys I love a beverage proposition. But for us, we've got kind of four key cornerstones related to our bar proposition, and we got it here. So obviously, number one is essential drinks, right? So your teas, your coffees, your still sparkling waters, and it's all your soft drinks are all included in the voyage fare as standard, right? And this is like proper real deal brands. Okay, so when we say soft drinks, you're not immediately thinking like Roller Cola or like Larry's Lemonade, like stuff made in like a garden somewhere. It's actual proper brands that you can mix with that. I don't know why I said Larry. Guys, Larry's Lemonade. It's brilliant.
We got the real deal.
We got the real deal there. We've also partnered with some exceptional talent around the world, industry-leading mixologists, cocktail creators, proper standard bearers, and trailblazers in the mixology industry. And you're going to meet two of them today, which I'm really excited about. And also, you see that there, sailing free of hidden fees. We're feeling a bit tipsy, so with our prices that you'll see on board, right, is the price you see is the price you pay, because all of our tips are already included in every voyage fare, right? So effectively, it's very reasonable what we got there. Emma, I'm just cackling alone in my office. Well, okay, thank you. I'm seeing more of Luke and Layla than my own family, and I'm not complaining.
Story of my life. I see more of Luke than my own family as well.
Oh, okay. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I don't know why.
Aren't we? The dream team.
Well, there we go. Emma says tips with a P. You're almost there again, Emma, with that joke. Okay. We'll get there. I don't really want to explain it a little bit further because it's not beyond 9 o'clock. So we'll carry on. So we get a couple of questions asked to us all the time, don't we, Layla? Yeah. Why is alcohol not all inclusive? Why don't we offer drinks packages? And what's like the quality and the offerings that you have, right? Ken's just waiting for the drink. Ken's just chomping at the bit, ready to go. He can't wait to just neck back whatever he's creating. Michaela, do you have to register for Sea Academy? Tell you what, Michaela, hold that thought. We'll ask that a bit later. But yeah, you've caught the two right people to ask that type of question.
We'll fill you in. Make sure we cover that before the end of the session.
Yeah, fear not. So yeah, why isn't alcohol inclusive for us? Okay, so a lot of these questions, you may well find your clients reaching out and asking this, right? Because they're like, oh, yeah, why don't you offer this? Why is there a drinks package on board? What's the vibe like? And I think sometimes these questions are geared from two places. One, obviously, it's potentially from fear, because there's a stereotype, a false stereotype about the cruise industry. There's essentially says, yeah, you pay a fortune to get on the thing, and then you get lured into an environment where you have to pay a fortune then to get off. And if you then don't go ahead and purchase a said drinks package, what will happen is you're then suckered down a route where you're actually paying an absolute fortune, because fair pricing is not fair on board the ship, and you end up with a huge bar bill to leave, and then you suddenly feel like, oh my gosh, there's no value here at all. And that leads me on to the second point. A lot of people think there's a lot of value in drinks packages, but actually there's a lot of hidden ways in which businesses use them to cover the costs and subsidize other people's drinking habits. Because I think that's another reason why people ask those questions, because they want to gauge the vibe of the ship. Are they going to be surrounded by a bunch of people that are cracking open a bucket of beers at 6 a.m. round by the pool? I mean, to be fair, I don't know. That sounds like a great day. But that's not
Luke's usual smaller day.
It's my usual Tuesday. Guys, that's what I've been doing. You know, what do you think I was doing before the first session? I was cracking open beers, ready to sip it. Here we go.
Pub, really. He's not in his third bedroom.
Yeah, that's it. I'm at a bougie pub. That's it. I'm already like 4 pints. I'm not really, guys. I'm not really. I'm actually Copus Ventus. Thank you very much. But they want to gauge the vibe, okay? Are they going to be surrounded by an environment where actually they don't really feel comfortable? Or are they going to be surrounded by an environment where actually it's all geared through choice and all geared through a different proposition of value? Because for us, Virgin Voyages, value, we consider it a cornerstone of our product as well. And I'll tell you what our perception of value is a little bit later. But I want to show you this little business model, okay? this fun little business model that helps us understand the problem with drinks packages or the perceived issues with drinks packages, okay? Because they're out there, right? People love them. Some people love them. Other people don't love them as much. So let's just unlock it as to why businesses may well go down the route of drinks packages. And the problem is, okay, there's three key things that make a drinks package operationally successful, or the sweet spot in the middle. You've got desirability, feasibility, and viability, right? So desirable, right? Okay, is there going to be a large enough market to deliver a drinks package? Well, potentially yes, right? So there usually is. A lot of people, you got to drink, you got to feed them, you got to water them, so you got to deliver drinks in somehow. And obviously, some people want different price point entries. Some people want different products with that, and so therefore, it's quite desirable to give them an environment where they're having to purchase a drinks package, because if they don't, then they're going to end up paying an absolute fortune. So it's pretty desirable. Feasible. Okay, so with drinks packages, it's quite feasible, right? You can give each other like colour little blands, so you feel like you're going to, when you go to, have you ever been to Butlins, Layla?
I think when I was a child, very young.
Love Butlins. Anyway, for those of you wondering what Butlins is, it's like an adult, it's like a family camp thing. It's great. For a time being. But basically, they give like little bands, and those bands, depending on what colour you're on, dictate as to what type of product you're able to get
category.
Yeah, what type of categories? And there are other camps as well, other than Butlins.
There are other camps.
Now, the problem comes to do with viability. Now, in order for drinks packages to maintain viability and profitability for a company, sometimes what happens is you'll find that businesses will cut corners. They start sacrificing on, if you think about sort of another business model of quality, quantity, and cost, what they'll try and do is they'll sacrifice on the quality so that they can save on the time and produce the quantity. So viability plays a real big key thing there, because when you suddenly got a bar that's maybe 8 to 10 people deep, okay, and everybody's asking for a G&T, and then suddenly you got one person who's got maybe the entry-level drinks package, one person's got the premium drinks package, the bar staff are just concerned with time, right? They just want to get speed, so they're just grabbing anything and they're just pouring it in. So you could be in an environment where actually you've paid for the premium package, but you've ended up with the entry-level tier. And so another problem with drinks packages is they're actually used to subsidize other people's drinking habits. So effectively, if me and Layla, okay, are traveling together, number one, okay, because we're in the same cabin, top to tail, we're in the same cabin, and we're in the same cabin, we're top to tail. Layla wants a drinks package, but I'm like, do you know what, Layla? I'm not a big drinker. But you know what? Then because we're in the same cabin, because we're in the same habit, we've got to purchase the same package, right? And another thing is, if everyone purchases it, but then maybe one person goes ahead and drinks a little bit, one person drink the amount that you have to drink to make that product now, I guess, a value. You're looking like 15, 20 beers a day. And I don't know. I'm sorry.
You actually try and overcompensate, don't they? When they're in a situation like that, people think, well, I've bought the drinks package, so I'm going to make the most of it. And I'm going to drink and drink and drink. And usually, it's not that good anyway.
And I think that's the thing, right? The thing is it's we didn't want to go down that environment. We didn't want to compromise on quality, number one, and we also didn't want to compromise on the experience of premium options and what we consider a value on board a Virgin Voyages ship. So for us, value for a lot of people means, as soon as you say value, you're kind of thinking, what can I get? As much bang for my buck. It's cheap. It's quantity, right? And sometimes that can lead to a bit of a nasty experience and a bit of a naff result. So for us, value at Virgin Voyages is delivering products that offer exceptional experiences, that have luxury quality feel, but at a price point worth paying. So for us, we've done away with drinks packages, and what we have on board is something called fair pricing throughout the ship. Okay, so regardless of the bars you go to, regardless of the restaurants, any specialty or premium drink that you purchase is benchmarked at fair pricing. Okay, so we're not trying to lure people into a place where they've got to go ahead and buy this drinks package, because if they don't, they're going to have to pay $25 a beer. Instead, we have this base rate, right? So fair pricing throughout the ship. So to give you an example, your beers, so if you're a Heineken drinker, you're looking sort of between $5 and $6. Heineken's and Amstels are as well. Your basic cocktails, you're looking between sort of $7 and $8. And in wines per glass, you're looking at 42% of wines per glass are under $10, and over 70% of the wines per glass on board the ship are under $15 as well. So again, and we're not offering products that sacrifice in terms of quality. Okay, so for those of spirit drinkers out there, our entry level spirit for vodka is Absolute. So it's quality stuff, right? It's
Still getting that
premium stuff that
premium
you'll go
quality.
ahead. Exactly, you're still getting it right, but a fair priced and benchmarked across other premium cruise lines, but also boutique hotels and city breaks. And I guarantee you, you will struggle if you go to Miami or go to one of these cities. You will struggle to find a drink that is cheaper or more reasonably priced than one that you may well find on board our ship, which is really, really good. We're really proud of it. But then what we do have, okay, is something called bar tab that sits on top of that, don't we, Layla?
We do. I love the bar tab concept. So, our bar tab is essentially money behind the bar, as we know and love on land. We've introduced this, and I think it is absolutely fantastic. You can buy it in $300 increments, and the great thing is you get a $50 bar tab bonus on us for every $300. And as Luke mentioned, super flexible. So if you've got two people in a cabin, they can both have a bar tab if they wish. They can buy one and they can share it. They don't have to have one at all. It's not compulsory. It's completely on our sailors' terms. So they're not being put in a category of what type of alcohol. They can spend it on those $5 to $6 beers for the whole trip if they wanted to, or they could go wild and spend it on shake the champagne moments. They're not restricted in any way, shape, or form to what they buy with their bar tab.
And that's it. And the great thing is as well, if you've been connected with Virgin Voyages the past year, you know that we've been running a promotion, right? Where it's free drinks up to $600. So we've actually been including 2 bar tabs in every cabin for over a 6-night voyage. So again, supreme value. And the great thing as well, if people then wanted to purchase more on top of that, then they can go ahead and do so. You guys get commission as well. So you guys get 10% commission every time you purchase a $300 bar tab for your clients. Couple of questions here. It looks like Sarah thought that her lime in the fridge was a lime, but it actually was a cabbage.
How small is that cabbage, Sarah? That is
Or
the smallest cabbage ever.
how big are your limes?
Oh, yeah, either way. The smallest cabbage.
I'm sure. I'm looking at Hector and Manuel here in the green room. And I'm like, guys, I hope you got a cocktail with a cabbage. Maybe we can rescue that.
We're putting it in.
That's it. What else we got here? We've got some mixers there, fortune liners. I really love the bath tub concept on VV. Works brilliant. Lydia, that's an inside joke. For those who don't realise, Andrea in our team is Welsh, and she struggles to say bar tab, and it actually sounds bath tub. There you go. May says, is champagne included? Absolutely, yes. Champagne is included in that. So you can go ahead and you can purchase that. There's no drinks packages, so champagne's in. Oh, thank you, Barbara. Barbara announced it for us.
In there, deets.
Which was good. Excellent. So with bar tab as well, you can purchase it in advance. So you can purchase it up until 48 hours before you get on board. Now, the real benefit of purchasing it is you get that extra $50 bonus. If you don't purchase it, it's just pay as you go. But it's the same price as if you purchased it or you didn't purchase it, right? Because we have fair pricing across the ship. A question we do get asked, when do your bars close? Can I get a drink anytime, anywhere on board 24/7? For those people who love it. So I guess our approach to sort of bar opening times, if we don't open all of our venues all at once, okay? Because, at 7 a.m., it's probably not somebody looking for a martini. Maybe there is. I don't know. But at 7 a.m., we tend to follow the vibe of the ship, right? So in the morning, it's kind of like a slow risers, and then the majority of people will then head out off the ship, shoreside. And then throughout the day, obviously, they come back on board, and then you start to see sort of more and more the venues open up. But our approach is effectively, if there's a vibe in the venue, we'll try and keep that vibe going for as long as possible until the vibe dies down, and then we'll end up closing. That's why sometimes you see people being like, been in the manor till 2, been in the manor till 3. I'm still in the manor and it's 8 a.m. You'll see that approach, right? So if the vibe's there, we'll keep it going. And this, Layla, is a bit of moe, which is to talk about maybe one of the hidden features that we have in our in our app, right? What's that?
Absolutely. So we have a feature within our app, possibly the best feature within the app. So as you may or may not know, we have a Virgin Voyages app for our sailors on board. It shows the lineup for the day. You can see shore things, and you can see your dinner reservations, book dinner reservations. But it also has a feature called Shake for Champagne. Woo! So when you open the app, you can shake your phone like, oh, where's the camera? Like this. I'm not on the app, so unfortunately, it doesn't show all the love.
How are you shaking your phone?
I was like this, but obviously you couldn't see it out of shot. Shaky shake. Anyway, keep it professional, please. And the screen will pop up, lovely, and you can order a bottle of Moët and Chandon to wherever you are on the ship, and that is wherever you are, isn't it? Like,
yeah, wherever. We tell the story, right? We tell the story of the person that was in the toilet. They're in the loo with the view, and we think they were Shake for Champagne.
who knows?
Who knows? And we delivered the crew members delivered champagne outside the door. When they came out, it's like, here you go, sir. Here's your champagne.
So whether you're around the pool and you want a shake for champagne moment, absolutely love that. I get severe FOMO when people are shaking for champagne at the pool, and I am not shaking for champagne at the pool. Or you're on your balcony, you're in your cabin, you want to shake for champagne. Completely up to you. You can get a lovely bottle of Moët and Chandon delivered to you wherever you are.
That's it. So Holly says, is Shake for Champagne a bottle only? That's correct. So Shake for Champagne is a bottle, but then you can also purchase glasses as well from behind the bar. Top tip, there's a bar in Sip Lounge, which I'll actually go to. Oh, actually, no, hang on a minute. Let's get fizzy. There's a bar. That could be my cue. That's going to be my cue to introduce two amazing guys. But there is a bar in Sip Lounge, right, on board our ships. And in Sip Lounge, they serve this delicious sparkling wine called Honey Bubbles.
Oh, we love that, don't we, Luke?
Oh, God.
We love Honey Bubbles.
I'm normally like an IPA lager guy, but do you know what? As soon as I see a Honey Bubbles, I'm just going.
Loves it.
Obviously, when I'm not working, guys, when I'm not working in a professional capacity, I'm allowed to, enjoy my holidays. But, when I'm in a professional capacity, all that good stuff, yeah. So we've got loads of different venues on board. All of our restaurants have bars. We've got them countless bars from your Sip Lounge to your to the Dock House. That's another great bar. We've got a martini bar. On the Rocks. On the Rocks is incredible. We've got the Red Room Bar. We've got Loose Cannon, Aquatic Club, Athletic Club. Richard's Rooftop's got its own bar there. We have got plenty of bars for you to go and enjoy. And each one of those has got its own speciality, right? So we've also got Draft House. Draft House is a specialty IPA bar that serves incredible little shots. You can get breakfast shots there, little butterscotch breakfast shot. You can get baby Guinnesses from there as well. But also, did you know, Layla, we have an incredible collection of mocktails as well. So you don't have to be into your booze. If you want to go ahead and have a mocktail, you can have a mocktail. And mocktails these days are far more glamorous than what they used to be, right?
Oh, so yeah,
it's not like a gin and tonic without the gin. So it's just like
with a bit of lime in.
So tonic and lime. Like they're actually proper crafted cocktails, which is really cool. And then also you can use your barcode to buy specialty coffees as well. So lattes, Angelinos, the lot.
Yeah.
Which is so good. So yeah, if you've got any questions, pop it in there. So let's have a look here. Lydia, I'm on the app and shaking is Luke on his way. I don't deliver the champagne,
Lydia.
So yeah, that's well, there you go, Layla. Thank you for promising that. Use your key card that is registered to your credit card and pay the bill at the end of the cruise. Thank you, Barbara, for answering a question that was earlier raised. Oh, here we go. If they don't purchase a tab in advance, how do they pay for drinks on board? That's correct. So, yeah, Myra, how we do that is we load your credit card or a debit card as part of your folio charge, and then it's just pay as you go because we're a cashless ship. And our onboard currency is dollars. So Debbie says, when I shake my phone, the emergency banners go off.
Do they?
Okay. Oh.
Maybe stop shaking for now.
Yeah,
we could be running.
Apple Health might be thinking there's something wrong.
Get your steps in by shaking your phone.
Yeah.
Close the rings.
That's it. And then Lydia says, "How much is a shake for champagne bottle?" Just preparing myself for next week. And then Joe says, $95 on the sailing. There you go. Well, thank you, Joe. Thanks.
Oh, such a help. First mate community is amazing, isn't it? We're all here to help each other out, guys.
That's it. That's it. Right. Well, without further ado, I'm not going to say thank you. Without further ado, I want to introduce two amazing guys. Okay, I'm going to big them up. They are the industry leading standard bearers, trailblazers for mixology and all things beverage. They're Hector and Manny. These guys are absolutely incredible. They're from cocktail. They're from the Cocktail Cartel, and they are here joining us live from Miami for this next session. Hey guys, how you doing?
Yes.
Let's do it. How are you, Luke? How are you, Leila?
It's great. Thank you so much for joining us. We thoroughly appreciate it. And just to prove that you are actually in Miami, can we see your disgusting view? Is it possible to see your horrendous view?
Just to make
Yes.
everyone super jealous.
It's not raining. Mind it.
Oh,
Don't worry, it's fine. We can't see.
It's a cool rain.
Oh, look, guys, it's
Amazing.
awful. Terrible.
Horrible view.
But yeah, guys, Hector, Manny, do you guys want to just tell us a little bit more about Cocktail Cartel, your relationship with Virgin Voyages? And first, mates, guys, if you've got any comments, if you've got any questions for Hector and Manny, drop them in the chat. We're going to answer them as we go. And then, over to you guys. Tell us a little bit more about you.
Let's do it. Hi, guys. Welcome. Ahoy. My name is Hector. He's Manny. We are Cocktail Cartel. We've been a partners of Virgin Voyages since the very beginning. We started here in Miami, the company in 2015, launching beverage programs for different hotels, bars, restaurants, and our newer baby and addition has been Virgin since 2019. So happy to be partners of you guys, and thank you for having us.
Correct, yeah. Some of the beverage programs in the venues, the different restaurants and bar concept, we create the cocktails, all that, and we help train all the team members.
So if you want to try great cocktails from the cartel, you should go to Razzle Dazzle, the Athletic Club, the Manor. We created some of the beverage program for those concepts, and we just relaunched Razzle Dazzle last month. We did it we're going to Valiant now. We did it in Resilient. We're going to Scarlet tomorrow, actually, to launch the new menu. And then we're going to Valiant mid-July.
Oh, I'll tell you what, there's going to be some first mates here that are going to start doing a date change on their voyage.
yeah.
They're going to come find you on the Valiant Lady.
We're excited. Look for us. We'll be there.
You're getting a lot of love here. So Natasha says eye candy overload. So she's Michaela says love your accents. And Ken says hola Hector Emmanuel. So there we go. So good stuff.
Hola.
So hola. And tell us a bit more about the drink, because we've all got these packages, right? Layla, you got your package.
Yeah.
Everybody have the package.
Nice, excellent. So all our first mates will have this package, right? And we're going to make a gin. Was it a Gin Rickey?
Gin Rickey. Yes.
Yes.
It's a classic cocktail. It's a classic cocktail from the 1883, actually. It was made here in Washington, D.C., in the Shoemaker Bar it was Colonel Joe Rickey. That was his name. Originally, the cocktail was made with rye whiskey, and by 1890, early 1890s, it became very popular with gin. So now it's called the Gin Rickey. Before, it used to be called the Rickey. But basically, very simple. Very simple.
Love it.
It's basically a combination of any spirit, fresh citrus, and soda. So with that said, we're going to start today. We're going to be making the classic Gin Rickey. But then I want to start moving forward and moving on with different ideas and to be able to make this cocktail more entertaining with a wow factor for you guys, so you guys can make home. We're gonna be able to do a Gin Rickey with a apricot marmalade or orange marmalade. We can change the classic soda for cucumber soda, or African soda, and so on. So that's the idea. We're gonna start with a classic Gin Rickey. It's a combination of aviation gin, the 50 milliliters that you have in your package.
Here we got the big bottle.
I have the 1,000 milliliter here.
Oh wow.
Oh jeez, I've already poured mine, guys. I've already kind
That's the Virgin way.
of.
So let's go.
Let's do it. Let's go. I'm ready.
Any questions so far?
What have we got here? No questions so far. Don't worry about the package there, guys. Obviously that was for some early entries, but we're gonna get some incredible inspiration right now.
Yeah, so you can make one later after you've been to the supermarket. You can get your bits, you'll know what to get, and then you can make the cocktail. But if anyone's making it, tag us on Facebook so we can see. Share your pictures.
Yes.
Tag us.
One of the most important things for me is having a very cold glass. So I usually have a good 6 to 8 glasses in the freezer. I just pull them out. Since it's a cocktail, we're going to be putting basically gin, fresh lime, and soda. We wanted to have it very, very cold. At least here in Miami with a very hot and humid weather, we like it like this.
That way we avoid a dilution, so the cocktail will keep cold and the flavors, both flavors, for longer time. Okay.
Love it.
So we're going to start with a fresh lime. You can do it in different ways. The way I like to do it, I'm going to cut the lime out, and I'm going to squeeze the whole thing.
I don't have a lime squeezer. I'm going to have to use my hands.
Two hands.
Got the world's biggest knife.
Oh my gosh, why is it such a big knife?
Right.
I'm just gonna
Not getting the full experience here, guys.
Oh, it's neat. I forgot.
You can also cut the lime in lime wedges, which I'm going to show you right now.
Squeeze in my lime.
Exactly. Perfect.
Nice, Layla.
So we can also cut it in wedges like this.
Oh.
And just squeeze them.
We don't have the squeezer.
If you don't have the citrus squeezer, you just squeeze the lime.
And also for garnish or any other cocktail, we can play with that.
We're going to get 45 milliliters of gin.
Now,
the entire bottle.
I was going to say, knowing Layla, she'll just pour the whole thing in.
This is a 50 milliliter bottle, guys. So
Yes.
Crack that bottle.
Making sure that
the whole thing.
The whole thing.
Karen said, "Layla, you can use a fork to squeeze it." I'm very limited. I'm in the office, Karen.
We're going to open the soda, and we're going to pour 100 milliliters, or in this case, 150 milliliters. We're going to leave space in the glass so we can put the ice. The reason why I do ice at the end is because I wanna make sure all the ingredients integrate together: the lime, the soda, and the gin. So when you pour the ice, if you have a bar spoon, you can do the ice at the beginning. I like to add all the ingredients first, then add the ice all the way to the top.
So hang on a minute. So when you see like a mixologist in a bar put ice in first, they're actually doing it wrong.
All depending the environment of the bar is in AC, the volume, all that. But highly recommend always the ice at the end
To avoid dilution.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're making different cocktails at the same time, and you put the ice first, and you start making different cocktails. What's happening? The ice is melting. You're creating an extra dilution that you don't want in your cocktail because you're going to lose the essence of the spirit in that case. So personally, I like to add ice at the end. After I put all my ingredients together, I add ice, stir or shake, and then I strain over fresh ice.
Oh, with fresh ice.
That's why it's very important. Try to keep all the ingredients as cold as possible. You know, your soda, your juices, glassware. That way, when the first sip's gonna be super cold.
And here, my friends, we garnish with another lime.
Oh,
And here we have a classic Gin Rickey. Ahoy.
Oi!
a lime
Oh,
filling.
cheers, guys. Oh,
Cheers.
your glass looks nice. Cheers.
Ooh,
There we are.
delicious.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
Any questions so far? Yeah, you can use
That's
a
good.
fork to squeeze it. Leila, you can use a fork to squeeze it, yes?
Yeah, it's because I was doing it with my hands. I went in for the,
With your hands. I'm a big fan of your hands. Doing it with your own hands.
So, she's had that feedback before.
Karina is saying, that's a huge knife. Any chance of doing a white Russian? Please, no ingredients. And no, just taking notes. Okay.
Okay.
So
Oh, look, Natasha, is Layla old enough to drink yet?
we can do a white London.
It's actually, I'm nearly 30.
Oh,
I know.
I don't know fresh language. Waited all week for this moment. Oh, Ken. Well, there you go. Well, I'm glad you joined us, Ken. Tell you what, a couple of people I've cleared out a couple of people from the area. They've just disappeared now because they're like, what's going on?
Emma, I'm sorry. Emma had a question. I don't have fresh lime, but have bottled lime juice. How much should I put? Emma, I would say around 20 milliliters.
20 milliliters.
Ooh. Sorry.
Amazing. It tastes so good.
It's a tart, refreshing cocktail. It's not sweet whatsoever. And that's what we're doing right now. You want to add a layer of sweetness? That's where we're going to go now. And we're going to make a different variation of this cocktail now for you guys.
Ooh.
With
Bonus.
Just with this.
Do you have the crisp? Oh, it might be that.
we're going to do
I think this.
apricot marmalade.
Marmalade in a
Yes.
cocktail.
Yes. So marmalade has sugar component, right? So we want to balance that citrus in this cocktail using a marmalade, something that is very famous in UK. So that was the idea behind doing this today.
Mm.
You see, apricot marmalade.
Mmm.
I'll tell you what, these crisps in your packet, guys, these little chicken salt fries, they're delicious.
People said Luke is going to choke live on camera. Who will save him?
I'll tell you what, that'll be a moment, won't it? That's an award-winning moment. That.
Record breaking to watch Luke choke.
Yeah, that's it. Hey, Charlotte in the green room. Yeah, will you be able to cut it if I start choking?
She said no, guys. She said no. The show must go on.
Yeah, show must go on. So if you see me going bright red, it's part of the show. It's part of the act.
For the apricot marmalade, basically same thing. We're gonna get a cold glass, and I'm gonna add a hip bar spoon of apricot marmalade, or any marmalade you have home.
I would have never have thought to put marmalade in an alcoholic drink.
That's what I love about the bar. Like the ideas are just it's like music. You can keep creating and keep creating. It will never stop.
Anything goes. Love
We're
it.
gonna do the same thing. The lime, the juice, like 25 mLs of fresh lime juice.
I'm just like, I'm amazed. There's marmalade in there.
I know.
It's great.
And the reason now what we want to do, we want to stir the ingredients together so the marmalade gets mixed up with the lime juice.
Okay.
So basically, this is an apricot lemonade.
Yep.
What we just did, lemonade. Now that everything is well mixed, we're gonna add 50 milliliters